Hello everyone, welcome to Restart with me, Jason Tartick. As you may know, for Restart Real Talks, what we do is get to know individuals beyond what they're known for, beyond the familiar face they share, and really get a deep dive of their career path, failures they've experienced, and how they found their way in their pursuit to happiness and success. Today is a very quick clip, and it's a quick clip from Off the Vine podcast with Kaitlyn Bristowe, where we were interviewing Peter Weber, and Kelly Flanagan also joined us. It gives you an idea though. Peter was the former Bachelor and Kelley was on his season, but it puts in perspective where their mindset is after coming off a very, very well-known reality TV show and where they expect to navigate their careers accordingly. So for this clip, I thought it would be very interesting to see two individuals just coming off a reality TV show, both with very strong professional backgrounds, and where mentally they foresee their future. So one question I asked Kate when she was preparing for this was, so I knew that you were a pilot before, and you've talked about doing conferences as a potential pilot and empowering those that are afraid to fly. But then on your Instagram, I also saw potentially DJing and stuff. So one thing obviously I'm interested in is like career paths. Like what's next for you? What do you think it looks like in a couple of years from now? Like what do you actually want out of all this that you now have?
Yeah. That's an awesome question. So I'm always going to stay flying. That's not changing. And I'm very, very blessed with my schedule that I have, over half the month off, just by doing my full-time job. But I do want to start I would ideally love to, kind of get into, partnering with some flight schools, and just really getting people really encouraged to flying. There's a huge shortage of women in aviation right now, and that'd be cool to kind of partner up with some program. Either there's an actual, organization called Women in Aviation, and just encourage them to get into flying. That'd be great. I would love to, honestly to get into DJing. That's always been a passion of mine. And I just actually got all the software and everything in my laptop all taken care of. So got all the stuff. I'm gonna see what I can do and whip up.
DJing could be a there's going to be, hey, people chirp you and everything else.
Everything you do.
It could be a monstrosity of a career if you could do it right?
Let me tell you something. Blake Horseman came on my Off the Vine podcast tour as a fake DJ, and we taught him a few things just to be able to work the crowd, and he is crushing it now.
And I talked to him about it, yeah.
If you just have the right hype and energy, and a good, obviously if you know music and what you want to play, you could do it. It's just about attracting a good hype crowd. And
I know for sure, I always say, I know I have it in me, I just have to find a way to take it out. And I have to learn a lot of stuff, obviously, about, with music and producing and whatnot. But I definitely feel like I could have a future in that. So I'm excited to dive into it.
Totally different paths, but you know what? This is the time to swing. So swing away and ignore the noise. That's my feedback.
I love that.
Great. Swing away and avoid the noise is good.
Ignore the noise. Yeah. Someone said so I'm doing these interviews on career paths, and someone said this 33-year-old who's won an Emmy and he's a sports play-by-play broadcaster for the Yankees. He goes, anytime someone even let the door crack open, I would go in there full speed and knock the shit down with that door and just crush it. So you know what?
Yeah.
You got a little opening, go take advantage of it.
There we go.
Can we ask that question to both Kelly and Dustin?
Yeah. Kelly.
Let's start with Kelly. Kelly, you're an attorney. Obviously, I'm a corporate banker, so I had this issue too of managing a very conservative world in another world that's, ripping shots on a podcast, getting hammed up. It's a tough balance, and I'm curious, what are you gonna?
To be honest, I really haven't thought much of it. I go to work, and my siblings are kind of on me to start working a little bit harder, like I used to. But there's definitely things in my life that are changing, and I'm trying to talk to them because I am the youngest of 6, and 5 of my siblings work at the firm with my dad. So they kind of told me, if you want to go off and do something for a couple of years, you always have a job back here that you could come back to. So, you have this opportunity to do something fun and exciting for a couple of years. And if you want to take advantage of that, go ahead. If you don't, if you want to work here, go ahead. So right now I have options. I haven't really thought about it though. So.
Well, you don't need to yet. That's the beauty too. This platform that we're given, or certain things that we go through, it allows us to think about what we love to do rather than what we have to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, Peter, I think you both just like, you love what you do, but you also want to chase a passion in life and see what else you can do that could actually fulfill like your soul and who you are. So it's cool that you like can get, I mean, no matter if you go on The Bachelor, or if you don't, or if you, whoever you are, you should always do that. I think it's just, this gives you a little bit of a opportunity to do those things. So I always root people on for doing what they want rather than what they think they should be doing. So you guys go after it. What about you, Dustin?
Oh man. So I'm a real estate broker right now here in Chicago. I'm also a server, but I've been stepping into more of the food industry. So right now I'm doing this show on my Instagram IGTV called Herd Chef. And so I take the local chefs in the city and they teach me how to cook something. And it's really light, it's easy, it's fun, it gets a little inappropriate. But
Perfect.
I know, perfect, right?
Fun.
I love inappropriate.
Before this all happened, I got one episode in, so it's on my IGTV. But super fun, and I'm looking to expand that as well. So it's just like you guys said, something I don't have to do, but I think it's a fun passion with food, and everybody wants to learn about food and see food and, of course, eat food. So
You should do that just being at home, like, because everyone has to kind of cook a little more now given our situations. So you should like take that opportunity because I think everyone right now is looking for more recipes.
I know. The only problem is I suck at cooking.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
It's a learning process.
You gotta cook it, Joe, when you can't.
Wait, that's actually, you know what? That makes for a good TikTok.
Brilliant idea.
That's it. Make a like shitty TikTok series about how you suck at cooking, but it's your passion. And you know what? People are very easily entertained these days.
I was thinking about, I took a run today, and one of my good buddies actually lives in Chicago. I'll have to introduce you. He's single, and he's starting to like cook all these random dishes. I'm like, now you're cooking dish. Like, what the hell's going on with you? You don't cook. And he said, like, he's like, I'm a single guy, need to learn how to cook to impress people for dates. So they need like a cooking book out there, single men and women, whatever. If you're hosting, quick, easy, but impressive recipes. Maybe that could be your thing, though. So we now have an idea of where Peter and Kelley believe their careers will be. What we're going to do is check back in with them, and we will have both of them on a Real Talk to see how their career paths unfolded and where their next steps were. For the full episode of Off the Vine, you can go to Spotify, Apple iTunes, download Off the Vine podcast with Kaitlyn Bristowe, and please remember to subscribe.